Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is your review for Married to Medicine. I'm going to do both episodes 8 and 9. We're going to just put them together. Nothing really happened in episode 8. This one was called Girls Trip -1. This is season 12, episode 8. This is for your timestamp purposes. Well, I ain't really yap. I ain't yap, so you don't really need the red ball forward. Anyway, moving on. Heavenly, we have to bounce around. Everybody is packing for this trip. Heavenly decides after speaking to Damon, she ain't going. She ain't going on the trip. He ain't telling her not to go, but he's like, hey, I support your decision to not go. The rest of the ladies, they head to Miramar. Quad and Simone, all laughs, playful. You know how they are, per usual. That's what they do. They fight and then they back friends again, like nothing ever happened. Heavenly says she don't feel safe around Simone, so she will not be going. She told Contessa that she don't feel safe. Whatever. When they get there, Contessa shares that they're not too far from where she went to flight school. You know, Contessa is jack of all trades. We find something new about her every season. And I love that. I love finding these little facts out about her. I feel like she's lived a life. She's lived a life. I want to know all about it. I really do. I wish she would share more about what happened when she was in the service. I want to know that. I want what went down when you was doing your boot camp in your heyday. Girl, tell us about all the courses you took. I need to know. Cause you know how to fly a plane, girl. You didn't tell us that. We didn't know you was a pilot. She can do everything. She's a literal G.I. Jane. I love it. I really do. I lost my place in the notes. Sorry, guys. Toya, she want clarification, so Heavenly is not coming. We don't know. We really can't get her on the line, but so far, she's not coming. We get to the house. It's a very nice house. Very nice house. Of course, new ladies, sorry. You get the room with the bunk beds. It just is what it is. And, you got to just roll with that. That's what it is. You're a newbie. You're a rookie. You're new here. You have to get the worst room. And the worst room is not even the worst room. Like, it's just a room with bunk beds. I think there's a full-size bed in there, but they also have the bunk beds. But, hey, whatever. Angel talking about, where's the Ritz? Girl, you going to stay right here. Talking about, where's the Ritz? Shut up. Get out of here. And Angel, don't play with me. Angel done said to what's her Brandy, that, they checking out their room. I just want to know what your energy is. Are you on good energy? Because I can't be in a room with anybody on bad energy. So what's your energy? What kind of energy do you have? Now, when you come to people like that, how do you expect them to respond? Should I say, oh, great energy, girl, always? I think that's what she expected. But most people are going to take offense to that, because what you mean? What's the energy I'm giving right now? For you to think that you got to question me about the energy I'm going to have later when we in here in this room. It's the same energy I got now. Angel. We're not about to do that. We're not about to do that. Anyway, Brandy, she doesn't say anything, but she goes downstairs and she's like, now, if somebody came to you asking what your energy, she needed a little help from the group, I guess, because, girl, you're supposed to get that ass right there. You're supposed to check that right then and there. Because we don't, no, absolutely not. Don't, Brandy, girl, you ain't need to go. You ain't need to run downstairs and have anybody else chime in on what was going on. Go ahead and take care of that. Anyway, they go out to the pool. We bring up Heavenly all night. We bring up Heavenly all night. I really don't care. They play some games or whatever. We have to talk about sex positions, who likes sex, who's doing the sex, who's having the most sex, who's having nasty sex. Just so much of it. The next morning, the ladies check in at home. All of this is more of the same. Nothing really happened anyway in this episode. I'm really about to move on to episode 9. Heavenly gets there at the end of the episode. We roll right into that. Heavenly is now here. So now we got to check on Simone and see what's going on with her. How you feeling about this? Because she done shown up now. Simone is upset. She pressed. She is mad. Jackie, she's trying to reason with Simone. Contessa want to know, girl, how are you here? I called you. You wasn't answering my calls, and here you are. Was you going to tell me you was coming? You ain't got no room. You going to have to bunk it. She's fine with sharing a room with Quad. Quad, the reason she there. Quad got her on the line and let her know, hey, they talking about you, girl. They dragging you, girl. You going to need to come on down. You going to need to come on down. So she come on down. Toya, she drops by Simone's room. She's also confused. She said, I thought she didn't feel safe around you. So why she gonna come and stay in the house with somebody she don't feel safe with? It's crazy that neither one of them understand that. Simone say, I ain't really trying to be around no bitch that say she's scared of me or that I'm aggressive. So, hey, but she's ready for whatever. That was Simone's. That's the energy she has. Quad and Heavenly, they're in their room. Quad asked her, girl, did you push her? Because she said that she didn't push you. So, like, what happened? Heavenly demonstrates absolute exaggeration. Absolute exaggeration. She really puts 20 on 10. Really, really, really embellishes a little bit. And I feel like they both embellish a little bit when it comes to who did what, who's right, who's wrong. Y'all are both wrong. Neither one of you wants to admit that you're accountable in some sort of way. But whatever. Go back in Atlanta, all the men are on daddy duty. That's just that. Cecil does have a conversation with the boys. Listen, guys, y'all gonna make me lose my wife. Basically, that's what he's saying. Me and your mama been fighting way more than usual, and it's always because of y'all. He said we vibe. We tend to vibe, and I can tell that they are friends in real life, and them not seeing eye to eye when it comes to parenting the boys is what's the problem. And he has to flat out tell them, your mama don't want to be just paying for y'all's life all the way up through retirement, and then we have nothing to retire with. I think they hear him. I don't know if anything changed. Maybe not. They still married, so maybe we're doing the work. Maybe we're doing the work. And speaking of people not being together, Quad and King are also not together anymore. And you know what? Since this breakup, I take back everything I said. I was really trying to be the devil's advocate. I was really trying to advocate for the whole situation. Because I didn't want to be one of them people that was just throwing salt on somebody's situation just because of 5 minutes of what they're showing me. I don't know what these people was doing back at the house. However, come to find out, King is not who I thought he was. I'm not saying he was some clout chaser and just on here for whatever, but he absolutely didn't have to go through this IVF process. He did not have to do any of this if in the end he wasn't going to be around, if he wasn't going to stick around anyway, if he wasn't going to be one of those type of people that wanted to compromise in that way. Because I feel like it was like, well, I signed up to do this and be your man and I'm on the show, but I ain't really want to go through I ain't want our story to be an IVF journey. He want to just pop bottles and have a good time with the fellas, sipping drinks and smoking cigars and down at the bar with Cecil and them. That's what he thought this experience was going to be. He didn't think he was going to be going back and forth to Ghana, missing time with his daughter, not being able to work. He didn't know it came with all that. And I think that's what I think that's what the problem was for him. He checked out long time ago. Anyway, moving on. That's neither here nor there. The ladies, they're getting ready for dinner. Mimi checks in on Stevie because we got to check in. Listen, is he how was his day? Her husband says that we had to have office camp today. He didn't get to go to regular camp. It was hard getting out the door, basically. And hey, you know, most daddies say the routine is just all discombobulated just because mama's not home. Now, the routine is the routine. I'm not the routine. The routine is routine. I just, sometimes daddies be trying it with that. In my next life, I want to be a dad. Period. In my next life, I want to be a daddy. Maybe not. I take that back. You know, you shouldn't ask for things because the grass ain't always greener. Fathers have it hard as well. Fathers definitely do a lot. They definitely do a lot. But when it comes to the parenting is what I mean. Like, they just have it easy. They can really kind of skate through that parenting thing when they have a spouse. Now, single dads, they're doing it all. But you dads with a wife or a spouse, whatever you got, whatever your situation is, when you got some help, y'all really be leaning on that help. Y'all really be leaning on that help. Stevie said he couldn't get that boy to school on time, basically, so that's why he didn't go. I'm sure Mimi also has had troubling times getting Stevie up into school, camp, whatever they do. She ain't just saying, oh, well, you just gonna come to the office. She kind of looked annoyed by that too. Like, so why didn't he go to camp? Why didn't he go to regular camp? Anyway, dinner's ready. We got Chef Chris. And Chef Chris sound real all Atlanta. I said, where you from? First, I thought he was Cajun as well. I thought he was from New Orleans. But no, he wasn't from New Orleans. It was definitely a Southern accent there. Southern drawl. But not the kind of Southern drawl you thinking. I'm talking about like this kind of Southern drawl. He sounded like, it was like, I hear my people, but I don't see my people. Sure enough, he from the South Side. He from Atlanta. He from old Atlanta. South Side to be exact, okay? Anyway, he cooked up some wings for the people. And you know, they gonna eat. Contessa jumps right into it. So Heavenly, why you didn't fly with us? Heavenly said she just need to get her head on straight. It was a lot going on the night prior. She said, oh, so it wasn't because you didn't feel safe around Simone. And then Simone says that she's the one that really perpetuated she feels unsafe theory. Because in reality, Heavenly just said that she didn't want to be around the negative energy. She didn't want any of that negativity. And she probably did. She said that she used the words, she's unhinged. She didn't feel comfortable around. You know, that didn't make her feel good because of how unhinged Simone had gotten. She was definitely throwing out dog whistles. Definitely. So don't act like that's not what you was doing, because that's exactly what you was doing, lady. Simone gets up because she don't want to get unhinged. Of course, Jackie tries to stop her. Jackie was getting on my nerves because, Jackie, you're not finna try to pretend to muster up tears every time you want to get something out of somebody. It's all this begging and pleading like, it's hurting me. I'm so saddened by it. Get out of my face, girl. Fuck out of here with all of that. Please, Jackie. Because girl, please. It's too late for all of that. It's too late for all that. Anyway, that was Mimi. I don't know, Mimi. It's like her intentions are good, but it's just like, girl, we're not your patients. Don't talk to me like that. Don't, please. She don't say to Toy, I would ask that you not interrupt. Excuse me? You what? Girl, I would ask that you shut the fuck up talking to me. See, that would be my response. And now we ain't cool no more because I done told your ass to shut the fuck up. somebody should tell Toya that as well, because Toya too is a problem. She's a problem. She don't know when to be quiet, especially when nobody's talking to her. This whole this whole episode was, we need Simone and Heavenly to have a conversation. They need to have some type of dialogue. That's all it was. And when they finally have the dialogue, because Heavenly asked, "Can I please just speak without you? How you gonna get Toya to be quiet?" Because Toya always interjects with questions, with a rebuttal, like we're talking to her. Nobody's talking to you right now. This is about Simone and Heavenly rectifying their issue. You can wait. Whatever issue you got with Heavenly, we ain't talking about that right now. We don't even care about that right now. That's not the concern. Because she love to throw in, but what about me? Girl, shut up. Will you please shut up? I say it like that every time because I love little Erica Sinclair on Stranger Things. Will you please shut up? All I hear is what she say, cold red, cold red, cold red. Please. If you don't watch or haven't watched Stranger Things, then you're not gonna get the reference. And you're just not, then the joke just isn't for you. Then the joke just isn't for you. Get into her. Get into her and you'll get exactly what I'm driving at. Speaking of little Erica Sinclair, Priya just graduated high school. You know what? We are so proud of you, girl. Graduating high school. That girl was just, how old was she? I want to say probably like 8 when she started this show. 8, 10. Was she 10? Like in real life? She might have been like, no, she was smaller than that. She might have been like 8 or 9. And she done graduated high school. She's 18 years old. Graduated from Fayette County High. I said, so she from round the way. She from round the way. For real, for real. Go ahead, girl. We are so proud. I want her to go to college. I say take a little hiatus, a little acting hiatus, and go to college. In HBCU, preferably in HBCU, and get your life. Get your life, have you a time, okay? Without the parameters of, oh, I gotta go film, I gotta go be on set. Now I know you're making your coin when you are on the set. However, ain't nothing like an HBCU college experience. There's nothing that compares. There's nothing that compares. Anyway, moving on. I done really got on, because what? She ain't on this show. How do we even get here? How do we even get here? Lord. Anyway, we got Jackie, Simone, Quad, and Toya. They trying to talk inside. You know, Simone say, I'm not giving Heavenly any vulnerability. I'm not giving her that. She can kiss my ass. Jackie, of course, starts that begging and crying and pleading. Toya say, go talk to Heavenly, Jackie. Go see about her. Go see what's going on. Heavenly's out there on the same shit. It's not me, it's her. You know, they're both saying the same thing. I didn't do nothing. She really aggressive. She was aggressive. She really was unhinged. They're like, but do you get how detrimental that can be to this lady's career? Like, she's a doctor. You can't just say, oh, she's aggressive, she's unhinged. Now nobody wants to be her patient because you know, because they're worried about bedside manner. They're gonna be worried about her being unhinged. Anyway, Jackie goes out there. More of the same. Please, I'm so sad. This is a divine moment. Just take it. Apologize. You can do it. You can do it. Apologize, please. Apologize. Heavenly say, all right, Jackie, down. Heavenly starts crying, though. Heavenly does break down because, you know, she starts talking about her son that's missing. That triggers her because that's really what's going on with her. Her personal life is bleeding into the friendship group. I guess it's a breakthrough moment. I guess Simone and Heavenly don't have this breakthrough, but I guess we broke through with Heavenly. I mean, I don't know. Toya got the nerve to be out there wiping her tears. Toya, please. You the last one. You the last one need to be leaning over, wiping tears. You full of shit. You really are. The next morning, Toya trying to have phone sex. Please. Please spare me, okay? Heavenly reading the word. Quad is in there with her. And Tessa checks on all the ladies. You know, she's just checking in. She's trying to get, you know, everybody's questions, comments, concerns. She got her laptop and everything, getting everybody, jotting. So, what are your concerns? You know, she's trying to be the best host she can be. Best hostess with the mostest. Again, Heavenly asks, please, can you get Toya to shut the fuck up? I need that. I really need that. If I'm gonna speak to the masses, I need Toya to be, I need y'all to put a muzzle on her. Thank you. You know, they get out there by the pool. Okay, can Heavenly have the floor? We're going to give Heavenly floor. And also, when she's done speaking, you can speak. If she's not done speaking, I don't need to hear, I don't want to hear anybody chiming in. Thank you. We let Heavenly speak. Heavenly addresses, you know, the event. She didn't appreciate getting to the event and straight away y'all got questions and concerns and notes and critiques on her on you know on the launch and her campaign and all of that. She didn't appreciate that. That was rude. Then to find out that it all came from Toya. She ain't had many good experiences with Toya. Most of her experiences with Toya are negative. So she was automatically on the defense. And it just kind of snowballed from there. Then I go to take a picture with Simone, and Simone is like, get the fuck off me. It was aggressive. It was kind of, you know, Simone was very unhinged. She's still trying to, she's so unhinged. She's so unhinged. Okay. She's still not done. But Toya feels the need to chime in. And see, that's a problem. You're not finna rush me through nothing. I don't care how long I done talked. I said I got the floor. And when I'm done getting it all out, I'm going to say, okay, I'm done. You just got to sit there and listen because that's what your role right now as my friend. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Listening. Not listening long enough to have some type of rebuttal to refute what I'm saying. To defend yourself. You're not listening. And see, that's the problem. Y'all don't listen. A lot of people don't listen in disagreements. You just listen long enough to be like, all right, but please shut up. Because I'm not finished. I'll land the plane when I'm ready to land the motherfucking plane. Heavenly gets up because, again, she can't get her thoughts out because here come Toya. Mimi, she's like, listen, girl, please, Toya, not now. Toya gonna overtalk them because, nah, she got something to say. She said she done win. I mean, she's still talking. Yes. Yes, she still had more to say. And we're not even talking to you. So you, of all people, shouldn't have anything to say. But I guess because she was addressing the group as a whole, maybe Toya can have follow-up questions. But wait for that lady to be done talking. She gets up, Mimi gets up to see to it that Heavenly come back to the group. We're going to practice strength. We're going to come over here. We're going to finish the conversation. We allow Toya to ask her question. And Toya talking about herself and her issues. Ma'am, again, Mimi says, listen, we're trying to do this here. We're trying to repair this. Right now, not right now. Now Mimi and Toya got to go back and forth. So Heavenly just gets up and goes to sit with Simone and they have a dialogue by themselves, which is what y'all should have did to begin with. You should have went to her room and said, can we talk privately? And we wouldn't have even had to deal with all of Toya's foolishness had you just went in there to begin with. She apologizes. She crying. You know, she said, I was wrong. I did wrong. I'm sorry. She's very remorseful. And this time I do believe her, but I think it's too late with Simone. I think Simone don't give a fuck. It's like, I accept your apology. Thank you for apologizing. Thank you for acknowledging that you were wrong. However, I still don't trust you. However, like, girl, she says, so Simone says it's above me now. Like, we can be cordial, absolutely. We can definitely go back to being cordial and having a good time amongst the group and, you know, coexisting, but I got both eyes on your ass. Love you. That's where it ends. That's where it ends. These folks, I guess this is a relaxation trip. This is a relaxation trip because they ain't did nothing really besides relax at the place, go sit by the pool and eat. And I ain't got no qualms with that. That sounds like a good time. But I do. Are y'all gonna go somewhere? Y'all gonna go out somewhere and do something? I would hope so. That though, because the only thing they done did was went to go see the Dolphins. Contestant says she's a relaxation type of hostess. We just finna lay round. We got a few games we can play. We can play a little spades. That's what we about to do. I would have wanted to be outside just to teach though. Because I brought my good clothes. I ain't bring my good clothes to be sitting up in here with y'all. Shit. Anyway, until next time, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.